It's kind of a dreary day, unusually dreary. In fact, there is snow predicted behind me where I'm coming from later today. It's almost June, so it's very unusual to have one of these freak weather occurrences, although not unheard of. I'm headed to Lamar, Colorado for their car show. It's a big deal for Lamar, and there's a brand new Tesla Supercharger being commissioned, opened, started today. So I'd like to see that. That certainly makes traveling to Lamar much easier. I don't have to go get energy from an RV park or a hotel or something like that. I am staying overnight, so I don't have to get up super early and make it to an early show. So we'll see how the weather turns out. It's not great today, but I'm off to Lamar. Thanks for watching the video. The weather has improved dramatically. It's 65 degrees. Some patches of blue sky. Oh, I'm about 5 miles outside of Lamar. I find it hard to believe any bad weather's going to hit us overnight, but it is certainly possible. It's been a very pleasant drive. Highway 50 in some places was rough, but turned out to be a concrete highway like it is here. Very nicely maintained. Well, looks like my hotel's right up here. We must be in Lamar. There's the Colorado Welcome Center. And there's my hotel. I think I'll check in and then go discover where the car show is. I think I missed it actually. I did. I will do the U-turn and see if they'll let me check in. Now, there are already some fancy cars. I think they're here for the show. I think I found the Superchargers. I did. Wonder if it works. Nope. Not yet. got a skate park. I wonder where they'll park the car. Restrooms. Well, the local Supercharger, even though it had a ribbon cutting ceremony, is not active for another day or so. So I'm at your fallback solution, which is an RV park, no worries. I'm going to go sit in their lobby for a couple of 3 hours and see how we do. So while I was in the lobby of the RV park getting a charge, the coordinator of the event, who turned out to be the Lamar mayor, called me and told me that the Tesla techs were on site and were getting the Supercharger back online. And by 5 p.m. that day, I was able to get a Supercharge and get all I needed to get back home. I was so happy with their work that I bought them a barbecue dinner at the location of the Supercharger. It was very, very great to have them on board. Well, it snowed a foot overnight at my house. I didn't expect that much snow. The way I was getting placed at the Lamar Rod Run Days car show was great for foot traffic, but it also meant I couldn't leave the show any earlier than the very last minute. So I have a 3-hour drive home. The weather looks pretty bad there at the moment. I don't want to leave at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock with charging and then get home just before dark. So in order to have as much time in daylight as possible, I am charging up completely to the max at the Lamar new Supercharger, and we'll be heading home. This is the Lamar Welcome Center, Chamber of Commerce building, right next to their Superchargers. I'm charging up before I head home, but let's go see what it looks like. Looks pretty nice. There's also a wind turbine blade. Looks pretty interesting. Well, there's a wind turbine blade. Gosh, those things are huge. Look at the size of that. Pretty interesting. charged up to 100% in Lamar and spent quite a bit of extra time talking to the docent at their welcome center. It was a delightful place. The docent was very knowledgeable about the wind turbines. Apparently there are a couple of hundred of them within 100 miles. That's why there was a wind turbine blade displayed. I did find out it was less than half of the length of the new ones. The one on display was 112 feet. The new ones are 200, 250 feet, and quite a bit larger. But what a delightful place Lamar turned out to be, and the visitor center had a clean restroom and a place to sit and talk with the volunteer. It was just a really nice experience. I also spent some time this morning at McDonald's having breakfast, and spent as much time with a couple of three older gentlemen explaining how electric cars work as I might at a car show. They were very pleasant to speak to and interested in my car. So I've started the trip back. I did catch a news broadcast from my town, and it looks like there's really not any snow on the roads. It's just a lot of water. It's just wet. We'll see if my neighborhood is navigable. They don't really plow side streets where I live too much, and it is late May, so it's unusual that they would have snow plows available. But it's still raining a bit in Lamar, and regardless of the advertising, you don't get much foot traffic when it is raining at an outdoor event. You just don't. So it's probably the best decision to head back today. I'll be home by noon, maybe, and we'll see how that goes. We are coming up on the happening town of Hasty, Colorado, Hasty. I believe that's where I am. And I was amazed at the little place. It has what appears to be a grocery store, and that's pretty much it. I like little towns, but don't like them that small. Yep, it's Hasty. Just went by Hasty, Colorado. They have a post office, so it's bigger than I thought. And I should be home by noon. I wonder if the car show is doing well in Lamar. I do regret not being able to see it, but I think I'm doing the right thing to head back. In case I didn't say so, like and subscribe, and thanks for watching the video channel.